My name is Brendan Piper. I'm Brendan Piper from four generations of show people, Kinsale Fun Fair in Kinsale. Um, I started, I started at the age of 7 giving out change from the showman's wagon. I progressed then at the age of 10, I went on to the chairplanes. My great grand started off in 1920s. My great grandfather had the fun fair on the road that time. My grandfather used to travel with him on the road that time. And in 1932, my grandfather decided at the age of 18 he'd want to settle in Kinsale. He just fell in love with Kinsale. So he started up in Kinsale. He built the showman's wagon in Shark Key. That was in 1932. He was 18 at the time, as I said. He started up his own little fun fair in Shark Key. He didn't take any rides from his father. He started from scratch. And then 1939, he moved from Shark Key to the town park where he is now, where we have been for the four generations, three generations since the grandfather took over. I'd like to think we are an asset to the town. I think we bring revenue to the town. We bring jobs to the town. Everything that we buy down to a nut and bolt is always spent and bought, always bought in the town. And we do that to this day, we do the same. And we give all our workers over the years, it was always local. And like I said, well, what's had to happen over the last 2 years, the COVID hit us. And that was when we couldn't depart. But when we applied for the park in 2021, we were told we had only 3 years left. 2023, this year would have been our last year. We were told then from the council, Cork County Council, to be 2,000 under the rent for the first of these 3 years, 5,000 the second year, and last year would be this year would be 10,000. The people of Kinsale, when the showman's wagon was told to bring it out of Kinsale, I brought it out with our driver and with the low loader, and it was spotted. The showman's wagon was spotted going down the pier, and someone rang local councillor Sean Donovan and wanted to know what's happened to Billy Piper, which is my dad. Who is my dad? What's happened to the showman's wagon? Sean rang me, Councillor Donovan rang me and asked me. I told him exactly that. And he said we didn't know anything about this. He put it on Facebook, and Sean was the backbone of this campaign. He started it off, and from then, all the local people, surrounding areas, and people who have left Kinsale, started their lives elsewhere, could be Australia, America, England, New Zealand, all came on board. There was messages for support. The people come out and support. There was a petition, over nearly 3,000 online petitions signed. Plus there was Shockey where the showman's wagon was built and the fun first started. There was a protest. Now these were local people and surrounding areas came to support. There was people there, Simon, with simmer frames and walking sticks. And some people who wouldn't be out from one end of the year to the other, but they came down to support my dad and myself and the Pipers and support to keep the showman's wagon up and keep the Pipers in Kinsale. I didn't tell my dad. He was 82, 83 coming this year, 82 last year when this protest come. I didn't tell my dad half the things that was happening, because at that age he didn't know what to know, because it could break his heart. And what he did know was tough enough for him. No, and I told him, Dad, there's a protest this Sunday. I said the people are going to come out and protest. The local people, they want to go. There's a protest to keep the showman's wagon in Shark Key. He said, stay away from Shark Key. Stay away from Kinsale. It's the people's day. And I said, Dad, if the people come out and protest, as you said before, the day that the people in Kinsale do not want Pipers in Kinsale, that's the day we'll leave. No, this could be the day then. It's the people's day. But little behold, there's well over 300 people came out, like I said, and that says enough. But based for the 3 months, June, July, and August, we go in May, build up, because it's a traditional fun fair. It takes longer We have no fast big rides, right? We don't want them. We're a traditional family orientated kiddie family fun fair. And when we come in, it takes us the best part of May to build up and half of September to take off. You know, let's go back to tradition. We just want to keep, we just want, all we want to do is to work with the council, Cork County Council, work with the council, and just let us keep this traditional fun fair. Like I said, I'm the fourth generation. I'd love to pass it on to my daughter, the next generation, you know? But you say, would you want this for my daughter? I said, this hassle, year after year, you don't know this, and insurance runs so expensive, everything's going expensive, you know? But I'd say that we just want just to keep this traditional fun fair going. And when I say tradition, it's not only tradition to us, it's tradition for the local people in Kinsale, because it's generations who come walk with us every year. Like their father, mother was walking with us, their uncles. There's always some tie there from past generations who walked in Piper's Fun Fair.